So can you tell us who you are and what you do?
My name is Agnes Kavanda Chambadde. I'm the Executive Director, Slum Aid Project. Slum Aid Project is a women and children focused organization. It's a feminist organization too, working in the slums of Kampala and the whole of Uganda. The biggest challenge that is done by men in the slums is abusing women. We have different forms of abuse. One of them is beating women. The other is neglecting women, because you know when you neglect a child, you are neglecting the mother too. Then sometimes they do also rape girls. They also deny, paying school fees for the children. Some men go as far as defiling their neighbors, because people in the slums always stay close to one another. I have a case of a neighbor who raped a 3-year-old, and we had to pursue the case, and right now the man is still under custody, So it is very common in the slums. So you find mothers are always very careful with their young daughters. They have to keep an eye. You don't want your child to be out of your sight. And this somehow makes mothers, become, like beggars of, life. Because you don't want to be looking. If you have 2 daughters and you have to find out where they are all the time. And actually you find that if you don't do that, by the time your child is 13, 14 years, they're already pregnant. And sometimes this child has been used by so many men, and the children usually keep quiet. So sometimes they don't even know the father. So men need to denounce violence against women in all its totality. They need to stop all the acts of violence. Sometimes you find that men will talk about that they also have a right. Because I remember one time there was a young man who came to my office. This man was staying with a girl of 15. So somehow we took on the case. So he had come to beg, and he was also telling me that, I'm also young, So that means most men do not actually also understand the law. The laws of Uganda stop anybody, from marrying a child who is below 18. But if a 20-year-old comes and starts talking about that I'm also a child, so that means that sometimes maybe people don't even know the law. So as men, you need to desist from any form of violence, any form that will cause a woman to suffer. Look at a woman like your own sister. Look at men usually love their mothers so much. So look at that woman as your own mother. Look at that girl as your own daughter. So if you have a daughter, you cannot say that you're going to rape a child. So those are my remarks really about what men have to do to ensure that we stop violence against women and girls in the slum communities. These days, men marry girls of 15 years. You bring that girl to your house and you expect her to be a wife. I mean, this is a girl who is at 15, I was still playing at home. I was still, playing netball, the ball here and there, and then somebody is bringing me into the house as a wife. How do you expect her to even look after the baby? So then out of that, you're tasked to start beating this girl. Men in authority have to come out first to stop. Because actually you find that men as teachers, they have also defiled girls. Men even as priests, they have also, done the same. So we need to such men need to come out and stop those acts first by themselves, and then they can be able to preach it elsewhere to other men. Because you find in the slums, it's the businessmen that are sleeping with people's children. So if you are a prominent person in the society, you need to come out and against such acts as that create violence. Like if you are a man of 30 and you have a 15-year-old as your girlfriend, or you have 4 of them or 5 of them, so that in itself is abuse. So we need to come out. If you are an influential person in the society, you need to respect yourself and come and add your voice onto ours as we bring out the message against violence on girls and women. Talks volumes. We just need to wise up. You don't have to have a 15-year-old as your girlfriend. Why? Why do we have to continue with these acts? So I believe it's all about changing the way we think, and we become wiser. Thank you.
Usipige mke mwanaume